It's finally time for playoff football action in West Virginia. Round one of the high school football playoffs across the Mountain State kickoff tonight, and we're here on the Hill in Charleston, West Virginia, as we get set for this number 5 George Washington Patriots team to play host to the number 12 Oak Hill Red Devils. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, and our Game Day crew, happy to have you with us this evening for round one of the high school football playoffs here in West Virginia. And Will, it's finally playoff time. I mean, we've been at 11 weeks of the season, waiting for it all year long. Another year of the new classification of 4A teams, so 16 more teams into the playoffs this year than 2 years ago. And that just is great for everybody because it means more football.
Yeah, grand total of what? I think 64 teams overall, 32 games being played. I think all tonight. I think maybe some.
Yeah, there's a handful tomorrow.
But regardless, something all these teams are working towards all season, something fans have been excited for, and fans are especially excited for the teams that earned themselves an extra home game like they did here at GW. First time in a couple years they've been able to do that. So, always a big deal to play that playoff game at home. And also means you had a successful season, earned one of those top eight seeds.
Yeah, the Patriots have not hosted a playoff game here at Steve Edwards Senior Field since the 2022 season. That's when this senior class were just mere freshmen. So it's been 3 years since this team has hosted a playoff game here on the Hill. They're excited to get back to it tonight as they take on the Oak Hill Red Devils. Red Devils come in to this one 5-5 on the season on the heels of a 2-game losing streak to end the regular season this year. It's a team that I've been able to see a couple of times. Well, you saw them earlier this year when they played at South Charleston. A sparse crowd over there on the far sideline, but this is going to be an Oak Hill Red Devil team that will play its heart out until the final whistle. And they've undergone some change this year, had a quarterback change mid-season, and have since switched to the backup, Antoine Hicks. And Hicks has played well in his time at quarterback after taking over from Luke Endicott, but has not necessarily been what they've wanted to see, per se, throughout the whole course of the year. But again, it's been a couple of years since he played quarterback, and he's also got thrust into the moment.
And we move on from a senior. That's always a tough decision to make, like they had to do with Endicott. But Hicks, about 640 yards passing on the season, over 50% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Not blowing them away, but keeping this offense moving enough to get them to the playoffs. It's really more of of course, a run-based team that runs with Cade Compton and Carson Treadway, really leading the way in both receiving and running the ball.
And this is an Oak Hill team. We mentioned talking about getting to the playoffs. This is a Red Devil team that is making its 3rd straight playoff appearance under 3rd-year head coach Devon Marion, and it's a great feat for this program because it's only the 2nd time in Oak Hill program history that the Red Devils have made it to 3 straight postseason games and had a chance to win some postseason football. And they've been playing football at Oak Hill since 1921. So over 100 years of football there at Oak Hill. And this is just the 2nd time that they've made the playoffs, 3 straight years. As the home team, the George Washington Patriots, makes their way onto the field now. Again, they get ready to host their first home playoff game since 2022. GW comes in 8-2 on the season to this first round matchup after the Patriots started the year 6-0. Will, we thought that this was going to be a Patriot team that had the chance to maybe run the table in Class 4A with the way that the team started, but then maybe a bit of an overlook potentially on the Patriots' part. They might not agree necessarily, but a 1-point loss to Jefferson here at home, which ends up being the number 4 team in Class 4A after that win because the Cougars rattled off 5 straight wins starting with that game against GW and are now the number 4 seed. So if both of those 2 teams win, they'll face each other again. This time it'll be in Jefferson, and then a loss to Huntington. But the Patriots were able to rebound over the final 3 weeks of the season after those 2 straight losses to drop to 6-2. Had a bye week in the middle of their 2 last wins, but some big wins against Capital and against Woodrow Wilson. A nice shortened game last week. Was able to rest some of their starters and get some of the backups in some game time. So the Patriots should feel pretty good about themselves coming into this playoff matchup.
Yeah, like you said, they were the bounce back. Spent a lot of the early season in those top 4 seeding spots where you really want to be, but like I said, had the slip up. But this is a team that has a lot of confidence coming in, even though they're at the 5 seed. I mean, we have to say acting like the 5 seed something that's not great. It's top half seed. That means you're the 5th best team in the division classification, and like I said, earned themselves a game at home. So let's see if they can make the best of the opportunity. Likely only have the opportunity one playoff game at home. If they win here, likely going on the road next week. Yet to be decided, but it's really important that they try to make the most of their one home game. Like I said, it's something that hasn't happened here in a couple years, and make sure if this is win or loss, this is a memorable one for the seniors who will be here playing for the last time.
These 2 losses for Huntington are against good competition. Again, we mentioned Jefferson. They lost to that game on a Saturday afternoon here at GW High School. But the Patriots now have lost to the number 4 team and have lost to the number 2 team in Class 4A. The Huntington Highlanders also with a 20-point win here at George Washington. As we just had the coin toss occur there at midfield. The Patriots won the toss and elected to defer, so Oak Hill will receive the football to start tonight's contest. As we get ready for the playoffs to start here on the hill. It'll be Teddy Smith kicking off, and over the last couple of games, Teddy Smith's gotten really good at those squib kickoffs and has I don't want to say perfected, but he's really figuring out that secondary bounce that gets it to go up really high so that his teammates can run underneath it. Samaje Wesley had a nice onside kick recovery last week against Woodrow Wilson, and then the next thing you knew it, the Patriots were up 14-0 en route to a 42-0 win over the Flying Eagles of Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah, it's not a thing teams are necessarily looking for each and every time. I mean, even when they are, it's just difficult to defend. Kickers are always finding creative ways to give their team a shot. You look even at the NFL this year with the changing rules kickers have to do. They're finding new ways to make onside kicks work, and it's just a matter of creativity, a little more than you think about with a kicker. But let's see if they're able to use that to their advantage tonight, or if Oak Hill is able to cover it well, or if Teddy's just a little bit off. Like I said, it's very precise how you have to try to get it going. It always has a little bit of luck involved.
Isaiah Settle back at the 20 on the far side of the field, and on the near side it'll be Antoine Hicks, the quarterback for the Red Devils. At about the 23, set to receive. Teddy Smith ball on the tee, and we're about set for round 1 of the high school football playoffs in West Virginia. We've been waiting 11 weeks, and it's finally here. Boot to ball, a little bit of a squibber.
And there it is.
And it's still on the turf.
Oh, wow. Jimmy might have it.
And I think that the Patriots may have come away with it. No signal yet.
Wow.
And there it is. Patriots come up with the football on the onside kick recovery. Jude Wisniewski comes up out of the bottom of the pile with the football, and we're going to see the Patriot offense come out for the first time tonight to start the game.
And, just like we were talking about, did a great job making it bounce. Red Devils were not quite ready for it, and GW's players did a good job of just crashing towards it and just creating some chaos, not letting them get control of it. That's a situation where maybe you yank it out in the bottom of the pile, but, as a result, good kick and good play by the special teams sets the offense up at the 30 or 40, 37, 36.
36-yard line. Handoff goes to Jaden Black on the opening play of the offensive possession. Black cuts back to the near side. He's got a wall of blockers in front of him, and he's going to race to the end zone. Touchdown, GW. An early 6-0 lead. But wait a moment. This one might be coming back. We've got a flag back at the 30-yard line. And on a play with a cutback like that, that's usually in the vicinity of a hold.
Always tough for your linemen to have to make that shift.
It's a good thing I didn't start writing on my spotting chart about the scoring drive just yet. Yep, back it up 10 yards with the hold. It is going to be from the spot of the foul, though, so not as big of a loss in yardage, but it does negate the touchdown off the scoreboard.
And that's a good break for the Red Devils. That'd just be a rough way to start after that onside kick that GW recovered there, but backs them up a little bit. First and 14
now at the 40-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. So we'll rewind and redo on the opening play for the Patriot offense. 2 H-backs in the game. Clyde May to the left of the formation. Derek Valentine to the right. May goes in motion from left to right. Persinger going to throw to the near side on a bubble screen to Kai Martin. Martin catches it and will turn downfield. He'll get inside the sticks and we'll get down to the 34 is where they're going to spot him at. So a 6-yard pickup there on that bubble screen to Kai Martin. Had 430 yards receiving on the season. Coming into tonight on just 28 catches, 4 of those going for touchdowns. Second and 8 on the way for the Patriot offense. Handoff goes to fake the handoff rather to Black. Persinger going to keep it himself. Persinger's got some blockers. Persinger going to race to the end zone, and he's in there for 6. No flags this time. Touchdown, GW.
Cy Persinger does a great job as quarterback, and Black is really the star of this running game, but Persinger does a great job holding it there and following his blockers in and making a good move there at the end to lose the last defender. Found his way to pay dirt there. 39-yard run.
34-yard run.
34, excuse me.
So Persinger's touchdown run puts the Patriots on top 6-0. Had 1 touchdown wiped off. 2 plays later, they're back into the end zone for 6 more. And that just shows the dangerous rushing ability of Jaden Black. As the kick there a little awkward, but Smith is able to punch it through. GW leads 7-0. We're back with more right after this on High School Game Day.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Patriots with an early 7-0 lead. Had 1 touchdown called. Back 2 plays later, punching in the end zone. Cy Persinger, a 34-yard run to the house. As it's a quick kick up the middle. And the Patriots may have gotten to this one again. Still some fighting for the football in the pile. No signal just yet. Saw one official motioning, but they're still having a conference about this there at the 45-yard line. That was awfully tight.
I think the Red Devils are going to keep possession.
I guess the question could be here, though, too, Will, is because of the nature of that kick, with the scrum of bodies there so tight, did the Patriots maybe touch it before it went the allotted yardage?
Well,
but no, they did not. They signaled GW football. So 2 onside kicks, and the Patriots have the football back once again.
Man, that is a demoralizing way to start a game if you're the Red Devils, and well, then you shot in the arm here.
Thought they were going to get the football to start the game and send the offense out with a chance to take the first lead. Instead, they find themselves trailing. Potentially 2 scores if the Patriots can punch one in again here on this possession. Persinger drops back to pass, throws to the near side, and that was intercepted! With the interception is Andrews Johnson. Johnson down inside the 40 and inside the 35. Threw it right to him. Miscommunication between Persinger and his intended man. I believe that was Kai Martin. And the Red Devils finally get the offense out there thanks to the interception from number 9.
Well, there's that shot in the arm. Big play there. So I've never seen such an important play so early in a game. But, man, what a good job.
Andreas Johnson, the junior, comes up with the pick and puts the Red Devil offense out on the field. With a chance to tie this game up. Could have been down 2 scores instead. Football in their possession. with a chance to tie it up here. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of GW. Great starting field position for their opening drive. A little bit of a high snap, pulled down, and carry there by Cade Compton, the fullback, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Landon Hamilton flies in and makes the stop. Hamilton shifted down into the defensive line this week for the Patriot defense.
Give him one there, looks like.
Yeah, they are going to move him down one to the 31. Good catch, Will.
Compton, one of the big pieces for them on offense. They'll see him catch it a little bit. They really like to feed it to him, too.
Yeah, they really love to feed it to him. 138 carries on the season, just over 900 yards rushing to go along with his 6 touchdowns. It'll be a snap to Carson Treadway. Treadway might get back to the line of scrimmage, and the Patriot defense sniffs it out once again. Kion Davis in there making the stop from his linebacker spot. And they're going to lose a yard on that run, so 3rd and 10 on the way. Patriot defense trying to make the stand after the interception by their quarterback.
Adam, this type of offense can struggle against the Patriots' speed on defense. We've seen that several times this year and last year.
Red Devils going to split 2 to the near side. It'll be Hicks in the backfield in the shotgun with Cade Compton on his left. 2 receivers to either side. Hicks drops back to throw, rolling. Throws to his left. That is complete to Compton, the tailback. Davis will meet him for the initial contact, and then a pair of Patriots come in to help finish him off. And Compton is going to pick up 6 yards down to the 26-yard line. Set up 4th and 4. And the Red Devils don't have a kicker, by the way, so they go for it on 4th down.
I was about to say,
every time.
I was about to say this was an easy decision. I didn't know it was that easy of a decision.
Yeah, but it's an easy decision. 4th and 4, Red Devils going to go for it.
But, I mean, given the way the Patriots are going for the jugular on the first round, you might as well go for it if you have it in this type of field position. Let's see if they can convert this one, or they even take a shot for it.
2 receivers split out to each side of the formation. Johnson, the man with the interception on defense, lined up to the near side. And before the play goes off, it is blown dead. Seeing Devon Marion, I believe, having a word with one of the officials over there on the far sideline. I'm not really sure what's exactly happening. I didn't see a timeout. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. A timeout, Oak Hill. We'll step aside for a short break and be right back with more after this on High School Game Day.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
Red Devils take a timeout. They wanted to talk that 4th down play over a little bit more. Make sure they've got everybody on their P's and Q's. Late man running off. So now they'll go trips to the top of the formation. Hicks in the shotgun with Compton. Hicks drops back to throw, rolling to his right. And he is going to be hit as he throws, and the throw is incomplete. Derek Valentine, Casey Adkins in the vicinity. Kion Davis, as well as Clyde May in the vicinity on the pressure, and force that incompletion. That turnover on downs will give the ball back to GW.
Yeah, Davis coming around the edge and really started making him roll out to the side he didn't want to go to. Not the biggest linebacker in the world, but does a great job of applying pressure when he needs to.
You know, he plays really hard. One thing you can say about Kion Davis, he has found a spot there in that linebacking unit for the Patriot defense in his senior year. Now the GW offense trying to bounce back after Persinger's interception on their last play. Fortunately, the defense held strong for him. Persinger going to hand off to Black off the left side. Black with the field vision, finds his blockers and has it up to midfield, now inside of Red Devil territory. Finally forced out of bounds, just shy of the 35. They're going to mark him out at the 37-yard line. Another big gashing run from Jaden Black. 37 on that carry.
I mean, he's made in his short time in high school football, still in his freshman year, already became known for big plays. Just does a great job of finding that seam and can really take it to the house on any given play.
Yeah, you want to talk about big plays. In 10 games this year coming into tonight, Jaden Black has 7 games with 2 touchdowns or more on the ground and has 3 games of 3 rushing touchdowns. And all 3 of those games that he had 3 rushing touchdowns, he had 200-plus yards rushing in all 3 of those games. Eclipsed the 100-yard mark 5 times in the regular season.
With a 99-yard game.
Yeah, and a 99 and an 83-yard game to his credit as well. As he gets another carry here on first down, he'll get down to the 33-yard line. A 4-yard pickup will set up second down and 6. He's definitely got home run speed anytime he touches the football. But that's the most impressive thing, too, is not only is his speed so impressive, it's the fact that he can also drop the shoulder and lay some lumber on you as well, and is slippery enough to get between 2 defenders and avoid being tackled. He's got just about every tool you'd want as a running back as he breaks through an arm tackle there at the line of scrimmage, fights his way forward close to the first down. I think he's going to come up just shy. But a good hard run there for Jaden Black on second down. Will bring up third and short. Yeah, he is going to be just shy of that first down. Less than a yard to go for the Patriot offense here on third down. Late arriving crowd here at George Washington High School. I think the 7 o'clock kickoff time threw off a lot of people's schedule. As Black gets another carry, slips through a couple of tackles again, and he's down inside the 20. And here comes a flag toward the end of the play. Andreas Johnson with the stop for the Red Devil defense.
And that flag flew right at the end, so it's interesting to see what this is. Not necessarily an easy
question
hold
is,
or something.
Okay, they waved it off. There it is. After some further discussion, they'll spot it down at the 16-yard line for the Patriots. First and 10 inside the red zone. After another great run from Jaden Black. It's 3rd and 1, needed less than a yard. Picked up a nice gain there of 12. And why not fake it to him as they've been keying on him. Handoff, or keep the keeper here for Persinger, and he'll pick up 1 down to the 15, and that's about it. Red Devil defense said, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Yeah, not much going there. They're ready for him there on the right end, or left side of their defensive line.
They fooled him the one time on the 34-yard touchdown run to open the scoring in this first quarter. About halfway through now. GW had 1 touchdown call back, then 2 plays later scored on that touchdown run from Persinger. 2nd and 9. Heavy right for the Patriots as they hand off to Black. Black follows his blockers and darts his way to the end zone. Touchdown, GW. From 15 yards out, Black makes it 13-0 with 5:44 to go in the first quarter.
It's tough to stop the Patriots when Jaden Black's having a really good game. So far, 5 carries for 73 yards. And that's considering on their first possession, he had a long touchdown run called back, and Persinger ended up running that one in, but still, so far, it's hard to believe they've had 3 possessions here in just over 6 minutes of the first half, or first quarter, but that's the state of things right now. And if you're the Red Devils, you got to feel a little bit shell-shocked, but they did stop the conversion attempt.
Point after attempt is good. I think it's no good. Patriots trail, or lead, excuse me, I'm just all thrown off now. Sorry, I got a text message that just blew my mind seeing the list of reads for the WVSSAC. Blew my mind a little bit there. Speaking of which, West Virginia National Guard, get help with your college tuition from the West Virginia Army National Guard. For more information, go to nationalguard.com. Patriots lead 13-0 as Teddy Smith has now missed his 7th point after attempt on the season. It's 25 for 32.
So let's see what they like to do here.
Well,
my money's on a regular kick. You got to do it eventually.
You say that, but Oak Hill is like concentrating people there in the middle, so you almost want to go toward the side here.
Or one of those, like, one of the new, like, NFL-style kicks where you put it kind of, off on the flank
Teddy
area.
Smith's got a pretty good leg. He could clear the 30, I'm sure.
Well.
Oh, they fake the quick run-up.
I think this was just going to be a plain one.
Yeah, going to be just a normal kickoff here. Potentially, they're going to line up like a normal kickoff. This is how Teddy Smith's lined up before when he's hit those squib kicks. And it's not a squib kick, but it does hang high in the air. And the Patriots get it again. Jamari Smith. I said they'd go toward toward one of the sides. Didn't think that I'd call it dead right, but what a kick there from Teddy Smith, and what a run from Jamari Smith. No relation, by the way, but what a run from Boy. Is what they call him, from what I'm told.
Man. Yeah, I mean, that's just... I've never seen three...
And three different kicks like that, too. Not only have they recovered 3 onside kicks, it's been 3 different styles of kick. Man, the Patriots came with a game plan. In this first half, try to keep the Red Devil offense off the field. And so far, it's working, Will. 4 and out, their last possession, their only possession. Handoff goes to Jaden Black. Black inside the 30 and finally torn down to the ground. Andreas Johnson will rip him down, but not before Black rips off a first down gain. Pickup of 12. Down to the 26.
You just got to feel shell-shocked if you're Oak Hill right now. I mean,
you almost wonder if the Red Devils got off the bus.
I don't know how much they practice, how much teams commit to covering onside kicks. Not a lot, I'd imagine.
But as much as GW's shown their ability to do it, you got to at least be prepared for it. Kai Martin catches a quick curl route inside the 20. He'll turn downfield and be brought down around the 15. Mark him at the 16-yard line. That is enough for a first down gain. Sticks will reset. Really, though, for 3 different styles onside kick, I know that you can't prepare for every single one, but...
Do you think they did them in order to try to draw the defense into the middle for the third one?
I'd imagine so.
I'd like to think so.
That's great scouting. Handoff goes to Jaden Black. Black breaks out of 1 tackle, has a clear path to the end zone, and he's in for 6 more. Make that now the 8th game this season. Jaden Black has 2 rushing touchdowns in a game.
And I think it's 6 with 100 yards?
Yeah, now 6 games with 100 yards rushing, as well as unofficially we got him for a $101. 5 minutes even on the scoreboard. 44 seconds later after they scored their second touchdown, Black in the end zone for 6 more. Kick is up, and this time Teddy Smith puts it through the uprights. Don't forget, football season is wrapping up, but basketball season is just around the corner. Speaking of which, GW's Noah Lewis, senior and potential All-State candidate for this year in Class 4A, has signed yesterday with Wright State. He'll be headed there to play for the Raiders next year. And with HD Media, we'll be live streaming more than 20 boys and girls basketball games this year. Remember, you can catch all the action live and for free by going to hdmediagameday.com. And while you try to watch all those games, you can catch up on reading them throughout all the great teams throughout the Kanawha Valley. It's with a great time to pick up a digital subscription to Gazette Mail for just $1. You get access for 6 months to web stories, the e-edition of the Gazette Mail, plus tons of exclusive feature stories, podcasts, and other shows. And, of course, expanded coverage of all of our live stream games. Just $1 for half a year. Go to wvgazettemail.com to subscribe today. Shout out to some of the people watching on our live stream. Tyler Pennington watching the game for us tonight. Didn't get off the bus. I mean, 20-0 in the first quarter with 5 minutes to go. I think that almost indicates that they are sleeping out there. I mean, 3 different onside kicks. in the first quarter is crazy. And here's another short kick. And do the Patriots have it again? It looks like they do.
Yeah, I was trying to cut them some slack, but if this is the fourth one, then
still no signal just yet. They're going to get GW for an illegal formation on this one.
Well, that's the other reason you don't see a whole lot of onside kick, because they're hard to do on the kicking team's part to thread that needle between when you cross the certain line and when you can touch the ball. And
Tyler Pennington also asks in our chat, too, if there's a mercy rule. Yes, there is a mercy rule. It's 42 points at the start of the third quarter or at any point in the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, it goes to 35 points. So you have a running clock. And then even then, the coaches can agree to shorten the game. I don't think any of these coaches would agree to shorten a playoff game, but wilder things could happen. So now they're going to back it up 5 yards, and they're going to retry the kick here. So this time Smith going to kick off from the 35.
It looks like a more, what's the one I'm thinking of? Normal kicking stance, but let's see.
Nope, just a high flying kick and a fair catch called for by Cade Compton at the 40. He will cleanly field that. And now the Red Devil offense will come out for just the second time, already trailing 20-0. And it could have been 28-0 or 27-0 if GW didn't throw an interception. The Red Devil defense returned back pretty deep into Patriot territory, but were unable to come away with points after a 4-and-out.
Let's see what this offense can do. I mean, they've barely been on the field this first 7 minutes, like you said, and their game plan, whatever it is, they need to get it going soon because the Patriots have jumped out on them so heavily in this one.
Carson Treadway in the Wildcat with Cade Compton. Compton fumbles the snap, but able to pick it up off the turf, and he's going to be brought down from behind. Landon Hamilton flies in to make the stop in the backfield for a loss of about 1.5 yards. Well, yeah, they're going to call it a yard. Spot him at the 39.
So far, 6 total yards by my recollection so far for this Red Devil offense.
Red Devils have more yardage on the interception return than they do offensive yardage so far. Have some work to do to catch up to that. That was about a 40 or 50-yard return. Handoff on a delay, and on the counter back to the near side, the tackle in the backfield there is, I believe that's Jack Hess, the freshman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage. No gain officially. Didn't even have him on my spotting chart. This has been an Oak Hill Red Devil team that's been plagued with injuries throughout the course of this season. So some younger guys have been forced to step up and play for this team this year. Third and long. Hicks drops back to throw. Pass complete to Compton. Compton breaks out of a tackle and is brought down at about the 45, 46-yard line, depending on where they say his forward progress is. Clyde May helping there on the stop. That'll bring up 4th down, and as we know, the Red Devils don't have a kicker, so 4th and 4 to go. They're going to go for it. Again, already turned it over on downs once. That was on their only offensive possession of the first quarter so far before this one. Hicks with trips to the top of the formation. Drops back to throw, and it's blown dead. I think they're going to get him for a false start. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to get. A false start on one of the receivers out to the top of the formation. That trips bunch there. And I hear some stomping going on above us. I'm assuming an Oak Hill coach frustrated at the penalty. Because now, again, you go from 4th and 4 to 4th and 9, and that really hampers your play calling here.
Yeah, especially when your team would much rather run the ball than throw it. I mean, what they've really done is create 3rd and manageable, and now it's 4th and not so manageable. So let's see what they cook up here.
Patriot defense trying to prevent the Red Devils from getting to midfield. That would move the sticks for Oak Hill to keep the drive alive. Hicks drops back to throw, pumps once, now has to step up into the throw and just aired it out deep down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Closest man to it there was number 21, Isaiah Settle. And the closest Patriot to it was Jamari Boy Smith. So that turnover on downs will give GW the football. And good field position here at the Red Devil 41.
So great field position here for the Patriots, already up several scores. Hurrying up to the line with a weird formation.
Pass comes out on the near side to Samaje Wesley. Wesley trying to stiff arm the defender. Can't break the tackle, but a flag comes. About a 6-yard gain, but we'll see what happens with the penalty.
Looks like it was a face mask when I saw.
Might be against Samaje Wesley there on that stiff arm, I would imagine, right?
I think it was on the defense. Looks like it.
Oh, sideline warning on Oak Hill.
Sideline warning, defense. Personal foul, face mask.
There it is.
And there you go.
15 yards, result.
So I was wrong about that one. I thought they were going to get Samaje Wesley. I thought he may have locked those fingers in. But I now I do recall Wesley's head dipping there at the end. So, yeah, good catch there by the officials. That 15-yard penalty will put the ball down at the 20-yard line. Patriots in the red zone already. And here comes that funky formation. They're going to spread back into it. It's a lot of running for those Hogs up front, I tell you that much. Handoff goes to Jaden Black. Black breaks out of a couple of tackles, somehow stays on his feet and drives his way to the end zone for 6 more. There's still 2:09 left in the first quarter, and that's Jaden Black's 3rd touchdown run. I'm going to run out of room on my spotting chart to write down scoring drives. So Black with a 15-yard touchdown run, a 16-yard touchdown run, and a 20-yard touchdown run to his credit already in the first half. And we've not even played a full 10 minutes of the first quarter, Will.
And it almost makes you wonder why GW's breaking out all these fancy kickoffs and fancy formations in the first round of playoffs when seemingly they could just hand it to Jaden Black every other down and do just fine.
Well, we'll see if they try any fancy kickoffs when we come back right after this on High School Game Day.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
The health plan. It's good to have options when choosing health coverage for yourself, for your family, or for your employees, and you've got options with the health plan. The health plan. Plan on it. Learn more at healthplan.org. Patriots lead 27-0. Still in the first quarter, folks. 4 onside kickoff recoveries by the Patriots. No,
there's 3. The fourth one they called him on.
The fourth one they called it back, yes.
And then it was fair caught.
I'm losing track, honestly.
Well, I'm about
so
5 yards off.
They were going to try 4 and then had the illegal formation and had to re-kick. And then, yes, that's when Cade Compton called for the fair catch.
They're waiting on the ball, which is coming in from the end zone.
That's the kicking ball, so they had to hunt down the kicking ball there in the depth of the blacktop behind the field goal posts, where all of the children are down there playing and having a good time in front of the concession stand.
A rite of passage, I'm told.
That's what they say. Patriots with another quick run off, and now they're going to march it off.
I didn't have an older sibling.
I have no siblings. Short kick, and the Red Devils are going to recover it there, and I think they're going to get GW for another illegal formation, or maybe an onside, because there is a flag. So they're going to re-kick this.
Honestly, if I'm the Red Devils, I might just go ahead and take it. I mean, with as dangerous as these kickoffs have been.
Got the football at the 45 or so where they recovered it.
44. I mean, you could get better yardage.
Okay, so they are going to have to re-kick it. Daniel Harbaugh, the referee there, giving us our call. And they'll re-kick from the 40. Or, sorry, they'll back it up 5 yards from the penalty. There it goes. I tell you what, though, in this one, it's nice to have playoff football this week because if you recall, last year, we actually did not have playoff football this week because of the injunctions that were going around in the court systems across the state.
I think
because
that
of the new classification.
That from my memory.
I know. A lot of people probably did. But we did not play football this time last year because there were a lot of court filings being played out across the state of West Virginia. They finally settled all of that, and then we got going the following week. And here we are now in year number 2 of this 4A classification system. Teddy Smith with another short kick, and this one right to an up man in the middle of the field.
So they get better field position out of it.
That one recovered by number 24. I don't have a number 24 on my roster. I tell you, though, this roster is more complete for Oak Hill than what I had earlier this season. So it's an improvement. Really wish the SSAC would enforce the roster rule a little bit harder.
I hope a lot of these kids get all the recognition they deserve out here.
Yeah, how am I supposed to know? If anybody knows who number 24 is for Oak Hill and can you put it in our chat, I would be appreciative of it.
He's out there playing right now.
Yeah. Let me know who it is. Handoff goes to Cade Compton. Compton to get it down to the 45-yard line. A 2-yard pickup there on that run.
That's their most successful play on the ground so far today.
Oh, check. I think I actually know who that is now. See, this is why I watch games from prior weeks. I need to write it down on my board. On the other side, on my offensive side, I have number 24 as Caden Morris. He also wears number 50. So that's why, or used to wear number 50, I guess. So that's why I didn't have him on my offensive side. As it'll be Treadway with a run here. Treadway going to be met in the backfield and might have been lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. A whole host of Patriots there to bring him down.
It's just really tough to beat this Patriots defense to the edge. They can string, most of the time they're going to be able to string you out on a lot of that type of play.
And Clyde May and James Payne, the two defensive ends, do a really good job of anchoring the ends of that defensive line. That's what frees up those linebackers so much to get in there and wreak some havoc. Wildcat formation. Couple of hard snap counts. Carson Treadway looks back over to the sideline, and a timeout comes from Oak Hill with still 35 seconds to go in the first half. We'll keep you right here. WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals. When it comes to your family's health, trust WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals. From routine checkups to advanced surgical procedures, World-class care is available close to home. WVU Thomas Hospitals. And Field Turf. Field Turf is the trusted choice for athletic fields in West Virginia. Field Turf is a proud partner of the WVSSAC. Patriots right now extracting their revenge a little bit, you could say. One of our chat members brought this up. I was going to save this for a little bit later, but in a 27-0 game, let's go ahead and get it out now, still in the first quarter. Patriots looking for some revenge in terms of school v. school, because this is a second meeting between these two schools in two different sports in the postseason. The GW girls soccer team and the Oak Hill girls soccer team met just last week down in Beckley, and the Patriots took a 1-0 lead at the half, but would be undone in overtime, falling to the Lady Red Devils 2-1, where Oak Hill earned its first ever girls state soccer championship. Patriots with numerous state titles to their name in boys and girls soccer, but they fall in this year's Quad A matchup against Oak Hill. Second year in a row, the GW girls soccer team has lost in the state championship game, as Treadway will run it on a quarterback keeper down near the 40. He'll be just shy of it at the 41.
And now it's fourth and quasi-manageable, as we said.
Fourth and about 4 after a 4-yard gain.
Like I said, unlikely for them to kick it here. So
I remember the last time they had a 4th and 4, they had a false start and backed it up 4th and 9 and then ended up throwing it in completion. All of Oak Hill's offensive possessions in this first quarter have ended on a turnover on downs. This one will continue into the second quarter. We finally hit the second quarter mark. Patriots lead 27-0 over the Red Devils. We'll step aside for a break. When we come back, teams will flip into the field. Red Devils have a 4th and 4 coming up after this on High School Game Day.
This HD Media production of George Washington Football is brought to you in part by Elkview Insurance, committed to providing expert advice and great prices. Generations Ford, one destination for every generation. And by Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, serving Central and Southern West Virginia for more than 60 years.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Fourth and 4 on the way for the Red Devil offense against this Patriot team that has used some clever trickery on kickoffs to put itself on top 27-0. Fourth and 4 for Oak Hill as they come over from the sideline huddle.
it's like a longer 4 than it was.
Ball at the 41. Treadway in the Wildcat, and it's going to be a false start. Rinse and repeat for the Red Devil offense. 4th and 4, false start, back it up to 4th and 9. Second drive in a row.
Now they're likely to have to go back into their shotgun formation, completely change what their plan was for this 4th down because someone just couldn't quite hold their water. And it's tough, especially when you're in those wing T sets where everybody you're really low down.
Well, it's like a wing T Wildcat too for the Red Devils, as we have not seen a lot of Antoine Hicks tonight. He is going to come back in now at quarterback.
Because they have to break into that shotgun formation, try to get this 9 yards now.
Trips to the top of the formation, 4th and 9. Hicks drops back this pass, surveys the field, rolling out to his left under some heavy pressure, and just lets go of the football. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Landon Hamilton provides the pressure there for GW, and that incompletion will be another turnover on downs for the Red Devils.
And just a shell-shocking again. It's just, like we said, they might not have gotten off the bus, but they came in it's hard to come into a game expecting the opponent to come at you with their whole repertoire of onside kicks and all that, and let's see if they can finally at least stop the bleeding.
1st and 10 for the Patriots from their own 46. Handoff goes to Jaden Black. Black with a big hit. Still on his feet. Gets a block downfield. There's nobody in front of him. To the end zone for 6. Touchdown, GW. From 54 yards out, Jaden Black puts his stamp on the first half again. His 4th rushing touchdown of the half.
Those 4 rushing touchdowns will come in his last 5 carries.
My goodness. We're just 24 seconds into the second quarter, and Black has 4 straight touchdown runs.
4 in the last 5 carries.
4 straight scoring runs for GW. As Smith comes out for the point after try. What a monster hit, though, from Black, too, as he got through the line of scrimmage and then stayed on his feet. Kick is up and through. GW leads 34-0 over the Red Devils. We're back with more right after this.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
There's nothing quite like a homemade meal from Tudor's Biscuit World. We use real buttermilk to craft our delicious biscuits, one batch at a time, and serve them with our signature platters. Here, you will taste the freshness in every bite, from our classic breakfast sandwiches to favorites like our breakfast wraps. Every meal brings a taste of simpler times. Whether it's tailgating or an office event, let Tudor's do the cooking. Visit tudorscatering.com for all your catering needs.
Back here at George Washington High School, Jaden Black's 4th touchdown run of the half makes it 34-0 over Oak Hill in this first-round playoff matchup. Here's a squib kicker, high bounce, recovered and covered up by number 34. That is Jack Hess. And the Red Devil offense will come back out, hoping for better results than the first 3 times they've possessed the ball. Patriots with 3 onside kick recoveries in the first quarter. That's partly what led them to this 34-0 lead. Also, the defense for GW has played astoundingly well so far, Will.
The only real blemish on what GW's done so far was the interception.
And the missed PAT. Those are the only 2 things. Yeah, I mean, the interception from Persinger and the missed point after attempt are really the only missteps from GW in this first half.
They didn't convert all the onside kick. You never expect to convert them all. I mean, it's not supposed to be an easy thing to do. Not supposed to be as easy as they made it look the first couple times.
And, it also goes to show the confidence that head coach Steve Edwards Jr. has in his Patriot defense, as that'll be Cade Compton rumbling his way up to the 49-yard line, a 4-yard pickup there. One of the longer runs that we've had of this first half for Oak Hill.
There's not been a whole lot of downfield running for the Red Devils so far. Compton has 4 yards, Treadway has 4 yards, and Hess's only carry got stopped at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 6 on the way for the Red Devils. Still in that Wildcat-style offensive setup. It'll be kept by the quarterback, or man lined up at quarterback anyway, Carson Treadway. And he'll get into Patriot territory inside the 50 to the 49. A 2-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 4. 3rd and 4. Patriot defense trying to force another 4th down play from this Red Devil offense. Oak Hill yet to pick up a first down in the game.
With their dreaded 3rd and 4, let's see if they can get the play off and get their first conversion.
High snap, pull down, hand it off to the H-back man there, number 15, Caleb Compton. And Compton is going to be right at the stick on the near side. I think they're going to give it to him. Yeah, based off of the spot. They are going to give it to him. So that is the first down for the Red Devils in this first half. Got to start somewhere. Try to dig out of this 34-0 hole. Caleb is Cade's cousin, by the way. So Caleb Compton with the run there. Now it'll be Cade handing it off to Carson Treadway, and Treadway has a short gain of about a yard. There is a flag that comes in from our referee as well, and we'll see what Mr. Harbaugh has to say about that one, because he was the man who threw it. It'll be a hold on Oak Hill, so back them up 10 yards. That'll make it 1st and 20. So really, it's almost as if they never converted the third down just a moment ago.
Well, they still have the ball. They just need to get twice as far as the distance that they have struggled to get.
Yeah, they went from the Patriot 45 back to their own 45.
Let's see if they bring Hicks back in to try to make this longer set of downs.
He's only been in a handful of times, and it's literally just been to throw the ball. He's 1 of 4.
2 of 4.
2 of 5. Yeah, 2 of 5 so far in the first half.
And both of those are kind of just dump offs to the flat off of play action. So he is not in those. So let's see what they run out of this. We've struggled with what exactly they're running. A wing tee with
Treadway hands off, and then the pitch, and the ball's on the turf. And I believe Kion Davis and Jude Wisniewski are able to jump on top of it. Yes, they are. Patriot football. Another turnover by the Red Devils in the first half. This time it's a traditional turnover. So between onside kicks and offensive woes, the Red Devils are struggling here in this first half against the Patriots. Down 34-0 with 9:09 to go still in the first half. A reverse comes to Jamari Smith. Smith gets a nice block from Cy Persinger and tries to slip past the defender, but Johnson will bring him down right at the first down marker. That's enough for a first down gain. And Jamari Smith will have a 10-yard run there to his credit on the reversal. Patriots showing a lot of tricks in the bag so far.
And you almost may want to think about what their strategy is, because maybe you're trying to make yourself difficult to scout by doing all this different stuff, by not showing, kind of your base stuff and running some more exotic stuff. Like I said, they've done these onside kicks, or at least these partial onside kicks to the.
And then there's a substitution infraction on the defense, so a free 5-yard penalty for GW marches them closer to the red zone. 1st and 5 now from the 30.
But what we were saying, it's not like they hadn't tried these onside kicks throughout the year, so that's not necessarily something new they broke out. We just hadn't seen them do it
to that frequency, yeah.
And it worked so well. I mean,
they did it against Capital, had one successful against Woodrow Wilson. Pass complete over to the near side to Smith. Smith breaks out of 2 tackles, still on his feet inside the 5, and finally thrown down at about the 3. And with the authority, James Ludwig, the senior, rips him down to the ground, but not before Jamari Smith rips off a big first down gain.
He did a great job splitting those defenders and getting that extra yardage, almost getting it in here.
Down to the 2, a 28-yard catch for Jamari Smith. Handoff to Black, and he's in for another score. 5 touchdown runs for Jaden Black in the first half, and there's still 8:18 to go. My goodness. I need to start trying to find out what Ryan Switzer's records are, because I have a feeling that later in these playoffs and even next year, we're going to start crossing some of these off, or at least inching closer and closer to him. Because I tell you what, this Jaden Black kid is a special tailback.
Yeah, I mean, he's just one of those guys that, was someone that the whole coaching staff was excited about, had a great middle school career.
They broke all of Ryan Switzer's records down the road at John Adams.
We're chomping at the bit to get this kid in here, and we immediately saw why. Especially, I remember early in the season, just such a workhorse he was early on, and just, showing all the promise that they said he had.
Kick us up, and it is good. 41-0, our score. 8:18 to go. We're back with more right after this on Game Day.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
8:18 to go, first half. Yeah, that's right, still first half. This one kicked off at 7 o'clock today, nearing the hour mark of this contest. And the Patriots hosting their first playoff game since 2022 and have come out with a bang. 3 onside kick conversions, 3 4-and-outs by the Red Devils offense, and a fumble as well taken away by the Patriot defense. Nearly a flawless first half of play for the Patriots. A high kickoff, and it's nearly recovered. Do they say he stayed with it? I don't think he did. No, he did not. Samaje Wesley tried his darndest to fly down that near sideline and stay in bounds. He just couldn't maintain possession of it in bounds. That would have been the 4th kickoff recovered by the Patriots in the half.
And I've said a couple of times, there's only so much you can do to prepare for these onside kicks, but at some point, the Red Devils have made some changes that it seems like they're never the right change for that particular. I don't know, maybe that's the point, but
I think they're going to discuss with the Red Devil coaching staff whether or not they want to have the Patriots re-kick or if they're going to be content with where it went out of bounds.
Because, the GW player getting their hands on it didn't really matter because he didn't have control of it anyway.
Well, they're going to spot it at the 43.
Oh, well, maybe it did. Oh.
It's 5 yards from where it went out of bounds. So Red Devil offense back out on the field, hoping for better result than last time. They put the ball on the turf, trying to get clever. Handoff this time just goes to Cade Compton. Compton going to have a short gain up to the 45, about a 2-yard pickup.
And Hicks coming back out here.
Yeah, Hicks took that last snap as he makes the long run over from the far sideline for the play call. I want to send a shout out to the Blevins family tuned in watching tonight's game. Appreciate all of our viewers, especially those of you in our chat. And the play blown dead on 2nd and 8. Delay a game against the Red Devils. Back them up 5 yards. Has GW been penalized once in this first half?
Yeah, they've had those illegal formations.
Sorry. Aside from the kickoff penalties on the illegal formations and the kickoff out of bounds.
Not unless I missed it, which is not impossible, but
it's a lot going on up here sometimes. But I mean,
they've only had 4. They've only had 4 accepted penalties, 30 or 25 yards. And I remember last time I saw Oak Hill myself against Hal Charleston earlier this year, they had a real problem with penalties, so they cleaned that up at least.
Pass over the middle of the field, nearly intercepted. Grant Aldrich in the vicinity. Man was targeting there was Carson Treadway. It'll bring up 3rd and 13.
And Hicks running over to the sideline and get the play. That's not super experienced at that, and that's what kind of cost them that first false start. They have 7 seconds, and they're not really in any hurry to line up. There they go. They see it now. Oh,
Hicks
maybe
in the pistol,
doesn't.
just barely get it off. Handoff goes to Treadway. Treadway going to get back to the line of scrimmage and got an extra yard after that. So a 4-yard run, and hey, Will, I don't want to say it, but it's their favorite down and distance. It's 4th and 9.
Yeah, it's become an unfortunate. This game feels like it's gone on forever at this point. We're just barely through the second quarter, but it's been a down that they found themselves in many times, have not been able to get past. So far, let's see if they can find the trick to it this time. Patriots switching out some defensive players, getting a little more speed here on this 4th down.
4th and 9 on the way for the Red Devils. Trips to the top of the formation. Hicks in the shotgun. Drops back to throw, surveys the field, throws out to the far side. Pass is nearly intercepted, but is caught by Carson Treadway.
Hey, there you go. They got it.
And that is a first down. Yeah, second first down of the half for the Red Devils. Needed 9, got exactly 9. Down to the 47 of the Patriots.
Hicks now 3 of 7 for 21 yards. Altogether, not the worst stat line.
Two to each side of the formation. On the near side, it's Isaiah Settle and Treadway. Flag comes flying here as Hicks is going to take off out of the pocket and scramble, and he is going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Jade Wisniewski as well as Derek Valentine. And another penalty against Oak Hill. Again, we mentioned that this was a problem for them just a few weeks ago when they played South Charleston. It's been a problem for Oak Hill all year long.
Yeah, especially when it's these shifts and stuff that can really kill you. When they're playing South Charleston, not a very quality opponent. They could afford to have some hiccups because they were going to break off some chunk plays and stuff like that. But against the Patriots, you're not going to get away with it.
They do officially, by the way, give a 1-yard gain there. They decline that penalty, so it's 2nd and 9. But yeah, against GW, you can't afford to have those kinds of mistakes. Against anybody in the playoffs, you can't afford to have those kinds of mistakes get in your way. 2nd and 9. Hicks going to drop back to throw. Takes a deep drop back, throws across the middle, and it's intercepted! Grant Aldrich at the 33 with the return, and he'll bring it up just shy of midfield. Threw it right to him as Aldrich turned into the center fielder. Aldrich with his 3rd pick of the season for the Patriot defense.
And that's just the Red Devils were just trying to get something together. It looked like Hicks was starting to get some confidence in himself after that first down, but not the best throw there. And now the Patriots are back out here for what is this, their 8th maybe possession of the first half.
I've lost count, honest to goodness. Handoff goes to Jaden Black. Black off the right side. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Has a first down. And then is finally forced out of bounds over on the far sideline. And he should have been stopped about 2 or 3 times there.
And considering his last 4 carries before that went for touchdowns, I guess the Red Devils played that one pretty well by their own standards so far.
13-yard run there for Jaden Black. Set GW up 1st and 10 from the 38 of the Red Devils. Winner of this one will take on the winner of Washington and Jefferson in the 13-4 matchup. Jefferson the higher seed there. So if the Patriots win and Jefferson win tomorrow, then it'll be back next week against Jefferson in the 2nd round. Pass thrown there looking for Derek Valentine on a screen. That incomplete.
That's the only person in his 5th pass attempt so far in this game. And
only because he hadn't had to throw the ball.
Only incompletion, although he did have the interception.
GW's had relatively short field position all night thanks to those kickoffs where they've been able to recover them. And yeah, well, this is the 8th possession. 6 touchdown drives in the first half, an interception, and now this one right here with less than a minute to go. A 41-0 lead for the Patriots here. Trying to add to it before the end of the half. Handoff goes to Black, who already has 5 rushing touchdowns tonight. Still on his feet inside the 35 and finally going to be blown dead at about the 34.
He was a little too eager to bounce it outside on that when he ran right into, who was that for that defense? Number 3. Oh, Treadway. Treadway, their big playmaker on offense. They're on defense. Kind of bounced right into him when he was trying to get to the outside.
Ball at the 34, so a 4-yard pickup will bring up 3rd and 8. Or 3rd and 6, excuse me. 2 receivers to each side, stacked on one another. Persinger going to throw out to Wesley on the far side of the field. Wesley turns up, and he is going to be brought down shy of the first down to gain.
Pretty well played out there by the secondaries for the Red Devils.
And they're going to mark him down to the 31, so a 3-yard pickup. Set up 4th and short for the Patriot offense.
Patriots going for it on 4th down here. Caught him in the no man's land between a decent punt and a long kick.
Playing with house money, too, in the first half, up 41-0. Handoff goes to Black. Black has enough for the first down as he spins out of a couple of tackles and is brought down inside the 20. Jaden Black is having himself a half here against Oak Hill.
And this is now his 4th 200-yard game of the season, and we're still in the first half.
1st and 10 from the 17. Persinger with 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Drop back to throw now. Has an out route over to the far side. That is caught by Samaje Wesley, and a flag comes in there as the defender rode him down to the ground after he was well out of bounds. That should be against Andreas Johnson.
And that's not the first time he's put a little bit of extra on the end of a tackle. Or none of them were super egregious, but I think the rest saw the pattern and went ahead and...
Well, and that far out of bounds.
Yeah.
I mean, he was pretty much slammed to the ground. There's really almost nothing else you can do.
Good ball. Leading it, defense, number 9. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Looking in the eyes of Mr. Daniel Harbaugh there for the call. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Patriots now as they break the huddle. Do they hand it off to Black for his 6th touchdown of the half? Or do they let Cy Persinger sling it through the air? Persinger going to drop back to throw, looking for Kai Martin on a back fade, and incomplete. 2nd and goal on the way. Second and goal from the 5 on the way for the Patriot offense. Clock stopped with 3:09 to go first half. And if GW does score and holds the Red Devils off the scoreboard for the rest of the quarter, we would start the 3rd quarter with a running clock here in this first-round playoff matchup. Persinger drops back to throw again. Slings looking for Kai Martin. Pass is incomplete. Nearly intercepted on that throw, too. Cade Compton, the junior cornerback, almost comes up with the pick.
Yeah, they're waiting on that one.
Now 3rd and goal from the 5. Patriots will break the huddle. 2 to the near side. H-back is Valentine left. Handoff goes to Black. Black races his way toward the end zone and is in again for another touchdown. His 6th touchdown of the half.
214 yards in the half, and Man, we really do need to check on the records because I'd be shocked if some of them aren't down. That's got to be a record, right? 6 touchdowns and a half?
In a half, yeah. I mean, for a game, I could see Switzer still have, but in a half, I'd be hard-pressed to find somebody else with 6 touchdowns in a game. As Teddy Smith out for another point after try. Low snap pulled down. Kick is up, and it is good. 48-0 our score. Less than 3 minutes to go. We've got a flag coming in at the end of this. We'll let you know what happens on that one when we come back right after this on High School Game Day.
West Virginia is home. It's where we work, live, and raise our families. At the heart of our communities are West Virginia hospitals and their compassionate caregivers. From life-saving treatments and emergency care to wellness support and screening services, we are improving your quality of life through extraordinary achievements and amazing results. West Virginia Hospitals. Your health is the heartbeat of our communities.
Yes, that's right. 6 rushing touchdowns in a row for Jaden Black in terms of scoring drives for the Patriots.
So far he has 14 carries. He scored on the 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 14th.
My goodness. I mean, six touchdowns and 14 carries is
wild.
It's not quite one every 2 carries, but it's darn near close. Just, my goodness. The penalty on that point after attempt, too, by the way, was against the Patriots, the 15-yard variety, so they'll kick off back at their own 25.
They'll probably just give this one a good old-fashioned boot, but
you'd like to
I've said that
so.
before already in this game. Game that feels like it's been going on all day, even though we're still in the first half.
It's only been an hour and 10 minutes, actually.
Oh, man. Oh, there it goes.
And kickoff recovered there by Cade Compton. He'll fall down at the Patriot 47 and just maintain the possession for the Red Devils. GW Patriot defense pitching a shutout so far in the first half. Again, it's because it's been either a turnover on downs by the Red Devils or an actual turnover. We've had a fumble and an interception in this first half by Oak Hill so far. And they've only converted 2 first downs.
Yeah, I mean,
that's almost just as impressive for the Patriot defense as the 2 turnovers. Only 2 first downs allowed in this first half. Patriot defense came to play today.
Absolutely, especially when you're coming against a team that's plan is to ground and pound, not necessarily playing on the big plays, but just try to weigh down the ground and hold them to just not being able to pick up firsts is stopping the fundamental thing they're trying to do.
It'll be Treadway with a short gain of about a yard, bringing him down there. Number 60, Denver Carpenter, as well as number 52, Seth Allen Boone. They're going to officially give him 2, so 2nd and 8. Two receivers come to the near side. That is Peyton Holstein. Fake the toss. Hicks just chucking it up in the air, and that one is tipped and
intercepted.
It is intercepted.
That is the most casual interception I've ever seen.
I thought it may have touched the ground. I wasn't really sure. That was the most anticlimactic interception I've ever seen. But Clyde May comes up with the pick, and that's May's first interception of the season in his senior year. So GW gets the football back with 2:02 to go. And our scoreboard just glitching out for a second. It is not 20 seconds to go, just so you're aware. It is 2:02. It loves to change on us occasionally. That newfangled technology. But again, 2:02 to go as Persinger drops back to throw, and why not air it out deep? Jamari Smith catches it at the 30, shakes the man, has a blocker to get him there, and he's going to go to the end zone for 6. A 55-yard touchdown pass from Cy Persinger to Jamari Smith. That is Smith's first touchdown of the season. And there's still a minute 49 to go in the first half.
Yeah, his pick of who to throw to there.
Yeah, either him or Wesley, both wide open.
Might as well get it to the guy who had not scored yet this year. He got involved with that big end around, too, earlier in the game for about 28 yards. 28 yards.
Smith, point after attempt from Teddy Smith. Kick is up, and it is good. Keep you right here as the Patriots take a 54-0 lead with a minute 49 to go in the half. Toyota and your local West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be an official partner of the WVSSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And Metro News for coverage of high school sports in West Virginia all year. Follow Joe Mercado and Greg Carey's daily posts at wvmetronews.com. And be sure to pick up a digital subscription of the Gazette Mail. You'll get access to live streaming content, the e-edition of the Gazette Mail, and tons of exclusive feature stories, podcasts, and other shows. Just $1 for half a year for the digital subscription. Go to wvgazettemail.com to subscribe today. Again, Patriots at this point just waiting for the second half to play out and the rest of this one, and then waiting for their next opponent to be determined, as GW will play the winner of Washington and Jefferson, and another onside kick recovery by GW. Samaje Wesley grabs it there at the 41. That's the fourth time here in the first half GW's recovered one of those short kickoffs. And coming up here at the half, whenever we get there at this point, again, there's still a minute 49 to go until halftime, we will have a halftime performance in this first-round playoff matchup of the marching bands. We'll see both the Red Devils and the Patriots perform their halftime shows. That's when this first half comes to a close. Persinger drops back to throw. Pass completed over the far side to Kai Martin. Martin gets a couple of blocks, has a first down. There is a flag, so we'll see what happens on this. Still waiting on the ruling, and now here it comes. So a face mask going to be called on Henry Davis, the wide receiver, blocking downfield. That'll bring it back. And GW will retry first down from within their own side of the field. They're going to spot it at the 48. So it's effectively an 11-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 21. Man in motion is Wesley. He'll line up in the backfield. Handoff will go to Kion Davis. Davis breaks out of a couple of tackles, has a good block, still on his feet inside the 30. Finally brought down inside the 25. A nice run there for Kion Davis, who came into the game with 23 carries for 172 yards and rips off a huge gain there on 1st and long. Brings the Patriots down inside the 30, down to the 23-yard line. Quick handoff again to Kion Davis. Davis with a good burst of speed gets close to another first down.
Good job just following the block and going right where the play designed them to go.
This is another game where we've seen Kion Davis get some carries here after they've decided Jaden Black's day is done, and wisely so. No need to risk him getting any injury here. Hand off to Davis. Davis breaks off of a couple would-be tacklers and is finally brought down in the backfield. back at the 15. Third and a long 2. Trips to the near side. Persinger throws it out on a bubble screen to Smith. Jamari Smith makes one man miss. Should have enough for the first down based on where the spot comes in from the side. And they do move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 12. GW looking for its 9th touchdown of the half.
Won't come there.
No, it will not. Andres Johnson said, hey, we've had enough of that at this point. Like, Kion Davis takes a big hit all the way back to the 15, a loss of 3 and a Patriot timeout with 18 seconds to go in the half. We'll keep you right here. So this is the 10th GW possession, and they've scored 8 times in the first half. The only time that the Patriots have not scored in this half was on an interception by Cy Persinger, where I believe it looked like he and Kai Martin just got confused on the route tree, and Persinger ends up throwing the interception.
Yeah, I feel like most athletes, by the time they get to high school, junior or sophomore year, they've been on the receiving end of a butt kicking. But man, like this
is a different kind.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like this game is coming to an end, and it's not. We're coming to halftime.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten to the half. The student section for GW is pretty much all but left. It was full, too. When we started this game, it was a little late arriving, I'll give them that. But it was full from top to bottom. And now you can walk through multiple rows because the Patriot fans, students have said they've seen enough. 55-0. Back underway after the timeout. Persinger drops back to throw and just lets this one go on what was supposed to be a screen play. I think they were looking for Kion Davis, but Davis got held, a little tangled up there in the interior. So incompletion there, stops the clock, 14 seconds to go in the half, 4th down and long, and out comes Teddy Smith to try the field goal. He is 7 of 7 on field goals this year. Well, thought they were going to trot him out, but
he went out there, and now he's back.
It's because they misflipped the down marker.
Oh.
It is 3rd down.
We were all just willing to go with it.
Yeah, I was like, it's 4th down. Okay, here we go. But no, okay, 3rd down. Tripp's going to go to the top of the formation. It'll be Martin, Wesley, and Henry in that order in the trips, and then the lone receiver to the near side is Smith. Kion Davis.
When did the play clock start?
They just started a second ago, I guess. Persinger in the shotgun with Davis to his left. Persinger drops back to throw, and the pass is incomplete, looking for Jamari Smith. Now Teddy Smith will come out for the field goal try with 9 seconds to go and 4th and 12 on the way. So Smith trying to make it 58-0 at the half. You know, Will, you and I were part of a 98-7 game a few years ago, but that one felt a lot worse than this one did, and this one's pretty bad.
Well, yeah, that was, I don't know what the halftime score was.
It was 77-0 at halftime in that one. And now we've got 58-0 our score right now with 9 seconds to go as Teddy Smith puts it up through the uprights from about 30 yards out. So again, make it 58-0. Chocolate milk. Greatness is built with chocolate milk, the official beverage of the WVSSAC. The American Dairy Association Mideast reminds you that low-fat chocolate milk has the right mix of fluids, carbs, and protein to rehydrate and refuel muscles. Visit drink-milk.com. Chocolate milk. I do love me some chocolate milk. I'm not going to lie. But I do now have to, Will, get a lactose-free chocolate milk. The stomach doesn't handle the dairy product as it once did.
I can't handle spice like I used to, but I'm still A-okay with the dairy.
Don't get me wrong. I still eat cheese and yogurt and ice cream and all that, but milk, you got to be careful about that.
I've never been the type to just drink a glass of milk.
Except
for that delicious chocolate milk supported by the WVSSAC.
I do love chocolate milk. Don't get me wrong. I do love chocolate milk. It's just something about chocolate milk.
That really good one you get in the glass.
Oh,
stuff.
Man. Dang. Wish I had a glass right now.
Hope they're sworn by the Dairy Council.
As Teddy Smith sends this one away, a little more traditional this time. Cade Compton going to return it, and he is met almost immediately.
That's first, I think.
Wisniewski and Hamilton are going to wrap him up and bring him down. And I know where you're going with it, Will. That is the first actual return we've had from the Red Devils. And it comes with 1 second left in the half now as they get the football back.
Well, do they take a heave or just hand it off? Probably just hand it off. We'll see.
I mean, it almost doesn't matter.
No,
almost.
I mean, if you could potentially score. I mean,
that's
one thing makes football so great. You can score on any given play, potentially.
And there could potentially be an untimed down if something were to happen. I mean, there's multiple ways. Yeah, you can still score.
But that said, I mean, like 0.1% chance.
Yeah. Just like if you'd have told me that this would have been 58-0 at halftime, I would have said there was a 0.1% chance. This had the makings of a good game coming into today's contest. But the Patriots,
playoff matchup, you know.
The Patriots flex their muscle from the opening kickoff, literally from the opening kickoff. So you get the short kickoff recovery. Go down and score. Do it again. And it's just going to be a knee taken by Hicks. And that's how the first half will end, 58-0. That's our halftime score. And we're now about an hour and 25 minutes into this one, hitting the half after the Patriots, again, scored on 8 out of 10 first half possessions. Take this 9 out of 10 first half possessions, had touchdowns on 8 of those, had the field goal by Teddy Smith, the last one. And when we come back after this break, we'll have the Oak Hill Marching Band coming out. It'll be the Patriot Marching Band. That's coming up here at the half right after this on High School Game Day.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for the visiting marching band from Oak Hill High School and their performance, Escape from Pompeii.
Chick-fil-A and its 18 West Virginia owner-operators salute the more than 86,000 boys and girls that participate in interscholastic sports in our state. Chick-fil-A recognizes that participation in high school sports helps to develop leadership and teamwork skills that prepare each participant for life, the same values that Chick-fil-A and your community shares. And GoMart. GoMart is founded in West Virginia and proud to support its schools, athletes, and communities, supporting the high school state championships. GoMart celebrates the spirit that brings us together. Go for good times. Go for good Mart. GoMart. And Hope Gas. Hope Gas congratulates the teams for making it to the state championships. Learn more about Hope's community efforts by following them on Instagram. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Hope Gas. And now, here is the George Washington Patriot Marching Band.
Please welcome to the field your George Washington High School Marching Band. This year's marching band is under the direction of Mr. William Jakes. Field commander is Sarah Duncan. And tonight, George Washington High School will be performing their competition show, Shades of Latin. Ladies and gentlemen, the George Washington High School Marching Patriots.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
This HD media production of George Washington Football is brought to you in part by Elkview Insurance, committed to providing expert advice and great prices. Generations Ford, one destination for every generation. And by Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, serving Central and Southern West Virginia for more than 60 years.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's nothing quite like a homemade meal from Tudor's Biscuit World. We use real buttermilk to craft our delicious biscuits, one batch at a time, and serve them with our signature platters. Here, you will taste the freshness in every bite. From our classic breakfast sandwiches to favorites like our breakfast wraps, every meal brings a taste of simpler times. Whether it's tailgating or an office event, let Tudor's do the cooking. Visit tudorscatering.com for all your catering needs.
West Virginia is home. It's where we work, live, and raise our families. At the heart of our communities are West Virginia hospitals and their compassionate caregivers. From life-saving treatments and emergency care to wellness support and screening services, we are improving your quality of life through extraordinary achievements and amazing results. West Virginia hospitals. Your health is the heartbeat of our communities.
Adventure takes you here, But much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
Back here at George Washington High School, got a chance to see the marching bands for both sides perform there at the half. Captains for both teams meeting out at midfield now, or at least a captain for each side meeting out at midfield right now. Braden Edwards for the Patriots and Z. Lewis for the Red Devils. Adam Rogers, Will Vance, our game day crew. Happy to have you with us this evening for this first round playoff matchup. The West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission serves its 286 member schools and their students by providing leadership and support for the conduct of education-based athletics, which enrich the educational experience of all participants. Play, perform, compete together. The West Virginia Secondary Schools Athletic Activities Commission promotes athletics that provide a lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. Today's athletic event is not about winning at all costs, disrespecting others, or criticizing the athletes, coaches, or officials. It's about learning and growing, developing character, and competing with class. Please keep it positive and bench bad behavior. Sorry, there was a typo in that. Again, we're just around the corner from high school basketball season. We'll have 20 games for you for boys and girls high school basketball games this season. Remember, you can catch all the action live and for free by going to hdmediagameday.com. As we get ready for the second half, the Patriots set to receive a kickoff for the first time tonight. And we have shortened this quarter, by the way, to 8 minutes. And it'll be a running clock as well from the beginning, because it is at least 42-0 starting this third quarter.
8 minutes seems like a random time to pick.
It was 5 minutes last week when Woodrow Wilson came here to George Washington for the regular season finale. We had a 5-minute third and a 5-minute fourth quarter, and that game ended in less than 2 hours. Quickest high school football game I've ever been a part of.
Considering their 12-minute quarter to start with, I feel like 6 should be the standard lowering. I don't know. What do I know?
Cut a third of it out and call it a day is what they're saying.
Oh, wow.
A short kickoff there from Oak Hill. Patriots, though, are able to recover it, and Derek Valentine will rumble his way into Oak Hill territory across the 45 to the 44.
I was honestly kind of hoping that Oak Hill would get on that kick, but no such luck.
Themselves, yeah. And the backups are in, so we're going to be relying on the roster here, at least for GW. Thankfully, my mother, who's watching the game, or at least she was watching the game, I know she was, she texted me and told me so, but thankfully she drove down here after I left the house today and forgot my rosters for both schools, so she saves my butt today with these rosters because I actually need them, thank goodness. Titan Quartz is in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield as Treadway trying to punch the ball out. unable to do so. It'll be a loss of 3 yards back to the 47. And the reason why I said who is going to be the quarterback is because, well, it's been kind of a question mark the last couple of weeks because the starter, the backup quarterback, is Mark Blankenship. Well, he's out for the season with a broken leg. So last week, Grant Wells.
He's over there on the sideline with still in
2
crutches.
Yeah, he's out for the rest of the year. So last week, Grant Aldrich was seen taking some snaps in preseason or pregame and warm up, and then now we're seeing Titan Courts get some direct snap action here in the second half. The freshman has slowly but surely made an impact on this team as the season's gone on. Has had some nice kickoff returns. Had a game earlier this year, too, in the JV side of things, Will, where he had 2 pick sixes in a game. 3rd and long on the way for the Patriot offense in this running clock third quarter that started with 8 minutes. So a little more than 2 minutes off the clock already, and the Patriots just milking time off of that play clock. Courts will take the direct snap, and now he'll sprint back up the middle, and he'll get back across the original line of scrimmage and get close to the 40. And some late pushing going on down there after the play. No flag comes out, though. That will bring up 4th down.
I'm fine with them keeping the flag in the pocket for that one, but I feel like next time a little issue like that will probably come out.
So 4th and 7 for the GW offense with all reserves in the game now. Split it out 5 wide. Courts just going to run it again up the middle. And Courts is going to be close to a first down, but he's going to be about a yard shy ultimately. They spot his forward progress at the 35. So ultimately, Courts is able to gain yardage on that drive as he'll get down to the 35-yard line. But needed to get down to the 34 to keep the sticks moving. So first turnover on downs for the Patriot offense tonight. Did have an interception from Cy Persinger there in the midst of those 8 touchdowns and a field goal in the first half. That happened on drive number 2, by the way, that interception. That seems like so long ago. As it'll be Cade Compton keeping it himself on the carry. Has a decent gain there up across the 40. Going to be a couple yards shy still of the first down as they spot him officially at the 43. So an 8-yard run there. And I think that's the longest run of the day,
longest
right?
run of the game by any player for Oak Hill. Right now, Compton has grand total 14 yards. Cade Compton, that is. Treadway has 12, and Caleb Compton has 4.
It'll be Treadway keeping it himself in that Wildcat-style offense as he'll get up to the 45, and he'll have enough for the first down. Just the 3rd first down of the game for Oak Hill.
So now you have, the exhausted but still starting unit of the Red Devils against these GW backups who might not be, know the scheme as well and know exactly what it's supposed to be like the starters might, but are fresh out there and eager to hit. So, kind of an interesting matchup.
Toss back to Cade Compton, and Compton will lower the shoulder, and he'll be brought down a yard or 2 shy of the midfield stripe. Put him between the 48 and the 49, so give him a gain of 3 officially. Call it at the 48. And a reminder, the Patriots right now would be headed to Jefferson next week if Jefferson is able to win their game tomorrow against Washington, as before the play gets off, it is blown dead, a timeout taken by Oak Hill.
And Jefferson, in all likelihood, the longest trip you could make if you're the Patriots to a game in the state.
Martinsburg?
I'm not sure which one's farther.
I would say we're probably, at that point, you're almost splitting hairs, right? But
well, actually, no, Martinsburg probably, because Martinsburg is in the Jefferson County, which is not the farthest over. All right, fine, but still, heck of a trip.
But they would not have to go to Martinsburg, because Martinsburg is on the other side of the bracket for the playoffs. So if GW and Jefferson meet up next week, like it would be in the terms of chalk seeding into the next round, if GW was able to pull an upset there against Jefferson, then it would head to Morgantown. Should Morgantown, who's winning right now 56-0 over Buchanan Upshur, should Morgantown beat the winner of Spring Mills and Musselman, which right now Spring Mills Cardinals leads the Applemen 14-7 in that game. As Hicks gets the carry here, he'll get into Patriot territory inside the 50. That'll set up 3rd and short. We really haven't seen a lot of Antoine Hicks tonight. The Red Devils have been really relying on that Wildcat-style wing T-ish formation with Carson Treadway and Cade Compton in the backfield.
Yeah, and it really hurts Hicks to be in and out. Completed 3 of 6 passes, 2 interceptions. That carry right there was his first real carry for 4 yards. But it's tough when you have a offensive system that frequently switches between a wildcat wing T type formation to a shotgun. You want to be able to do whatever you want with your offense, but that type of switch just seems to not work well for this team.
4th and a long 1 for the Red Devils upcoming. Nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. Snap comes back to Compton, and Compton will have a 1st down run as he gets just across the line of scrimmage. That'll move the sticks, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll have a short flip of the field, and then we'll go to the 4th, and that'll be when we come back after this on High School Game Day.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
This HD Media production of George Washington Football is brought to you in part by Elkview Insurance, committed to providing expert advice and great prices. Generations Ford, one destination for every generation. And by Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, serving Central and Southern West Virginia for more than 60 years.
Patriots lead 58-0 as we start the 4th quarter. They're going to fix the scoreboard here in a second, I assume. There they go, 8 minutes here in the 4th. Hicks will take the snap, roll to his left, under some pressure, and throws this one up. And it's caught by Z. Lewis inside the 30. Lewis forced out of bounds, and then a flag comes out late as well.
Let's see what this flag is. Came at an odd time in the play.
Waiting the call from our referee, Mr. Daniel Harbaugh. His officiating crew is taking their time on this. So the face mask called on Avery Woodall. That'll be half the distance to the goal. So the Patriots' shutout is in jeopardy as they now start rolling the clock again. It'll be first and goal from the 10. And on the near side run is Cade Compton. Compton going to be brought down inside the 5. As Woodall and Cam Smith will bring him down to the 4. They actually can get a first down. It was not first and goal. It was first and 10 from the 11. Second and 3 for the Red Devils. Fake the handoff to the H-back, and into the end zone is Carson Treadway. Touchdown, Oak Hill. With 6:40 to go in the fourth quarter, Red Devils finally on the scoreboard. As Treadway runs it in from 4 yards out.
Yeah, a lot of coaches still consider that a starter's shutout. Once they put the backups in, you can't necessarily count that against the guys who played so well that you could put the backups in.
Especially when they're playing against the starters still for Oak Hill.
Mm-hmm. And still made a couple plays. I mean, it's not like they marched down unopposed.
Muddle huddle here for the Red Devils. Hicks will take the snap, throw out to Z. Lewis, pass batted away. Getting his hands on that is Elijah Smith. And the 2-point try is no good. 58-6 is our score.
Might be a score that I've never personally experienced in a game.
Yeah, it's a personal scoregami for me. I don't know about an actual scoregami. I'm sure 58-6 has happened at some point in time. So I can tell you this. We don't know where we'll be next week because we have to wait on all these first-round matchups to play out to figure out who's home, who's away, what time and when and where. So as of right now, we're not sure where we'll be. I can tell you this, though. If Jefferson gets upset tomorrow by Washington, we'll be back here next week. So Washington would be making the trip here where we'd have a battle of the Patriots on the hill, Will. One of, I think 3 teams in Class 4A.
Oh, in 4A, yeah, South, Parkersburg South.
Yeah, Parkersburg South, Washington, and GW.
I know it's not 4A, but you've also got Independence out there.
Yeah, and Independence, yeah. But, yeah, I believe 3 of – and there's 20 teams in Class 4A, and 3 of them go by Patriots. Oak Hill has actually played just one of them. Thought I had you going for a second, didn't I? And
then you've also got Applemen and Cougars and Highlanders. What's Morgan had, the Mohegans?
Yeah, Mohegans, Bulldogs, Redskins.
What's the university? Are they 4A?
The university is 4A.
I don't remember what their mascot is.
I know it escapes me. Actually, university is, they're 4A. They're actually leading right now, Parkersburg, 48-14 in the third quarter. Spring Mills Musclemen, the 8-9 game. Spring Mills has a 9-point lead right now. As on the return will be Jamari Smith for the Patriots. Has a nice return up across the 45. gets closer to midfield. Wheeling Park beating Woodrow Wilson right now in the 11-6 matchup.
Woodrow Wilson, are they still the Flying Eagles,
the Flying Eagles
specifically?
Yeah, they
Flying Eagles
trail 19-14 in the fourth quarter there. Again, just one. The University Hawks, big thanks to Jamie Lemaster, girls basketball coach here at George Washington High School, watching the game, helping me out with that and willing out with that.
Yeah, I would have never guessed.
It's a team we don't see often at all in university, so, the brain can only fit so many things in it, and that was not one of them.
When my little brother played lacrosse, I was there once for a all-star game, and that's the only experience I ever had with the university.
There are a lot of lacrosse teams up in the northern part of the state. As it's a short run there for Titan Courts.
He might have an injury. He's working his way up.
Slow Red Devil player to get up, but he is able to get up off the turf.
That is Riley Biggs. According to the number, at least.
Huntington should be headed on to the next round, leading Hedgesville right now in the 2:15 matchup, 48-14, and Court's going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss. Back to the 49, a 3-yard loss on that. And really, we're just having Courts take the direct handoff because, again, the backup quarterback, Mark Blankenship, with a broken leg on the sideline with 2 crutches and street clothes, so he's unavailable. So to speak, the emergency quarterback last week should should Cy Persinger have gotten hurt. Throwing flashbacks there to Grant Wells playing here for GW. Emergency, I said Grant Wells too because it's Grant Aldrich, who has the same first name and wears the same number that Grant wore here at GW. No gain there for Courts on that run, and it's a turnover on downs for the Patriots. Now it's 4th down, and Ashton Lusk out to punt for the first time tonight. Didn't punt at all last week in that 42-0 win over Woodrow Wilson. That was a 42-0 halftime lead for GW as well. They actually shortened the quarters in the third and fourth quarter to just 5 minutes last week and had running clock the entire time. So just one possession came for either side in that second half last week. But another possession coming for Oak Hill here in the fourth quarter as Treadway has a decent return on it, but it's going to be slung down at about the 20 by Jamari Smith.
One person who never gave up on this game is Treadway. He hard running. The stat line won't necessarily show it. 8 carries for 19 yards. Does have their only touchdown. Caught a 9-yard catch. I think of the third quarter. And someone who just kept hitting the hole. Even when it was apparent that this was not going to be a night that went their way in the season. 5-6. Like you said, this is the third straight year they've made the playoffs.
And we didn't mention this either, but Oak Hill moved up from AAA last year to 4A this year. So to be able to make the playoffs again after jumping up is a nice thing to hang your hat on for the Red Devils, but they're definitely not going to want to hang their hat on how the season ends for them tonight. 3 straight losses to close out the year, and really none of them were close in the end. 49-13 against Woodrow Wilson, 35-0 against North Marion last week in the senior night game. And right now, 58-6, a 52-point loss currently would be for the Red Devils. But potential still ahead for head coach Devon Marion. This is again, it's a Red Devil team that's had a lot of injuries throughout the course of the year, had a lot of young guys have to step up and play when their number wasn't necessarily meant to be called, but it got called and they had to step up and have been going through some learning and growing pains. Less than a minute and a half to go in the fourth quarter. It'll be a pass off of the handoff to the H-back, and Z. Lewis has another big-time catch breaks out of a tackle down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown for the Red Devils. With 1:09 to go, Z. Lewis takes it all the way to the house for 6. Patriot defense had him for a second, but he was able to break out of the tackle and then had nobody else able to chase him down. Avery Woodall gave a great chase there at the end, but just didn't have the speed to catch up to him.
Yeah, especially at this point, you might not necessarily be playing your ideal position out there on defense. You're just kind of out there getting some snaps and getting your time in. I've been there, trust me.
And a flag before the 2-point try. That'll back up the Red Devils.
5 yards. You play the extra point.
Don't forget you can pick up a digital subscription to the Gazette Mail for just $1. You get 6 months of access to the web stories, e-edition of the Gazette Mail, plus tons of exclusive feature stories, podcasts, and other shows. And, of course, all of our live stream games, just $1 for 6 months, as it'll be Cade Compton breaking out of a couple of tackles. And Compton gets in for the 2-point try, make it 6-14 for the Red Devils. 58-14 is our score.
Red Devils only need 6 touchdowns and a couple 2-point conversions and get ourselves a ball game.
Gorbs, I see your comment that was James Ludwig, not Z. Lewis. I don't know how that was James Ludwig. He wears number 56. Unless he and Z. Lewis just swapped jerseys in the middle of the game and he went out for a pass. I'm not really sure how that's possible.
Crazier things have happened.
But, you know, my roster's not been right for Oak Hill all season. So, you know. Yeah, that was coming with them playing Sweet Caroline. Knew that was going to happen.
You know, sometimes I talk over it. It's not like it's never gone out on the air before.
Well, and it is on the night after WVU did embarrass Pitt last night at Hope Coliseum. And I mean, embarrassed. WVU went on a 34-2 run, I believe, to close out the game in the final 30 minutes.
Say Hope Coliseum, I have no idea what we're talking about.
Yes, the new name, the new naming rights. And it'll be a kneel on the kickoff after just fielding it to stop the possession. Pitcher's going to have to snap it one more time, I think, based off of the play clock. Going to have to snap it one more time before this one's in the books. Well, I say that, but they haven't started running the play clock yet, and the game clock is now at 25 seconds. So, they don't have to snap the ball at all.
And they might want to.
They could just stand there. I mean, they could just stand in the huddle.
And if I was those guys, I'd want to go ahead and run a play. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to do it in time.
Yeah, they're not even going to try. It makes me think of Travion Henderson the other night, looking back over to the sideline, asking if he could go ahead and score.
He had the green light, just like GW had all day.
Patriots with an emphatic 58-14 win over Oak Hill in the first round of the Quad A playoffs. Again, GW awaits the winner of Washington and Jefferson in the 4-13 matchup. That game tomorrow at Jefferson.
And whoever the Patriots' next opponent is, I gave him a lot to consider. It wasn't only the emphatic use of kick coverage to try to get forced turnovers, but we almost forgot about it. Feels like it was forever ago when Pacers were breaking out these strange 3 lineman formations down here towards the end zone. Any team has to figure out how to stop Jaden Black, which is easier said than done. It's not like he hasn't been held up in a game, but boy, they're far between.
Yeah, he definitely has. But again, counting tonight, he now has 8 games with 2 rushing touchdowns or more. And he has 4 games with 3 rushing touchdowns or more, and counting tonight now, because he finished the game with not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 rushing touchdowns for GW this evening. We also had him for over 200 yards on the ground in that first half as well. That's his 4th 200-yard rushing game this season and 6th 100-yard rushing game for the Patriots. So a big win for GW in the first round of the playoffs as they pick up the victory 58-14. Will, any final thoughts before we get out of here tonight?
A big confidence builder win for the Patriots, who might be on the road next week. Slight chance they'll be back here, but either way, winning that first playoff game and doing it convincingly can go a long way towards building that confidence, especially if you start taking on teams that are higher in the rankings than you, like they may be next week.
It's also the first time that the Patriots have gotten back into the second round of the playoffs since that 2022 season when they last hosted a playoff game, and they'll have to hope for an upset tomorrow there in Jefferson County to host a second playoff game. If not, GW will be facing Jefferson for the second time this season after falling at home to the Cougars earlier this year, 34-33. Patriots would, if they have to go back to Jefferson County, would love to go back and get some revenge to make their way to the semifinals of the Class 4A playoffs. That'll do it for us here at George Washington High School. Thanks for joining us this evening on High School Game Day. Again, we're not sure where we'll be next week, so stay tuned. Pairings will be set on Saturday after all the games. The times and locations will be set Sunday, so be sure to check out HD Media's social media and websites as well for all those game time information and dates. That does it for us here at George Washington High School. For our Game Day crew, Jason Likens and Ethan Young, Will Vance, I'm Adam Rogers saying have a great rest of your Friday night. We hope to see you somewhere next week.